Hello. So these questions, why would you like to work with HSBC? I'm very happy to say that I've worked with a department in HSBC before. And I was really struck actually by the passion of the people and the thoughtful questions asked in my virtual presentation. I looked at my notes before I recorded this. I also have a Premier account in the UK and in the US and a US mortgage and a credit card with HSBC. So I'm pretty invested in the organisation and in your getting things right. So that's that question. Question 2, fresh insights can you bring on organisational culture, performance and leadership? That's a very good question and an interesting one, and actually one that could probably take quite a long time to answer. So I'll keep it brief and we can chat more via Zoom if that would help. And also, apologies for this being recorded on my laptop. I'm currently working in Florida, but podcasts and online work's usually from my studio. We have 4K cameras and professional microphones, so if we work together again, it will be much better quality than this camera with what can only be described as a backdrop that's gloating. So I pulled the curtains along a little bit. So my latest book, Leading Change, was published in November and positions that we seem to have lost the real art of leadership, the real work, which is about people, having got far too wrapped up for far too long, in my opinion, in leadership systems and processes and profiling. It also looks at some of my latest work around questioning, because one question can change everything. And knowing what questions to ask is the difference between failure and life-changing success. Now, I've worked with 93 of the Fortune 100 companies, Olympians, professional athletic teams, government departments, but the golden thread that connects all of them is our ability to create something greater than us together, to create the best version of ourselves as individuals, teams, and actually indeed entire organizations. Because hardly anyone intentionally sets out to, do something terrible, to have a really bad day, to, self-sabotage. And yet, a recent Harvard study by 2 psychologists showed that we spend 47% of our waking time on autopilot. We're not present for almost half of our waking life. But it hasn't always been like this. You see, from the ages of 2 to 5, we ask an average of 40,000 explanatory questions. That's the how, the why. You all know that child. It's one nobody wants to babysit. But there's an incongruence because although we're born to seek out learning and to improve, which is what that period of life shows us, as adults we stop asking questions. And it's in those deceptively simple questions that high passion, high performance people, teams and organisations are born. I'd love to chat more about this. I think it's a great opportunity for a podcast. There's tons we could get into. Craig can give you the full details of my background in TV and the books and all that sort of jazz, or feel free to take a look at thatjezrose.com. But if there's anything more that you want to know, if we need to go over anything, or you want to sort of pick and peer into some of those thoughts more, feel free to get in touch. Sounds very fun. And hopefully we'll speak soon. Thanks for thinking of me.